the National Endowment for the Humanities, bringing you the stories that define us.
وكنت Osage Amblia, Osage Nika Blia, Galo, Osage Ia, Wakonze, Weir Blimikshe. My name is Christopher Cote. I'm Osage, and I am an Osage language teacher. I have found Francis La Flesche's works to be very beneficial. Considering I do a lot of work in language revitalization, I really use his dictionary. Everybody thinks that I'm a dictionary, and even I have to look up words in English when I was writing papers at a university. So, or use a thesaurus. So I don't remember all of the words or even know all of the words. I'm still learning. So I have to look things up. And his work, his dictionary was published back in the 1930s. And I would say that that's been very beneficial. Even towards the back of his book, he has what he would have called common phrases, sentences and phrases. Now, there are examples like, I'm gonna build a fence so my horse doesn't eat my corn. But that's not very common nowadays, but you can study that and find the structure of how they made their sentences and how they framed them. Among that, Francis La Flesche, he was an anthropologist, and he was the first recognized American indigenous anthropologist at that. And in that time, anthropology was all based upon the idea that like indigenous peoples, tribal people are small-minded, simple-minded, not sophisticated like the modern world or the civilized world. But he had the goal to prove otherwise. So I think if you read the 36th annual report that he did of ethnology, there in his works, when he's talking about the Osage, he talks about how he specifically wanted to show the complexity of Osage people, the complexity of their mind and their thinking, specifically studying their old religion. So there's a lot of his works that talk about Monka and Wahube, and those things are no longer practiced by the Osage people. They put those things away. So that does kind of create a taboo with the people. But I do believe he wrote something like over 2,000 published pages just on the complexity of the old Osage religion and that secret society. The only works that really get used by Francis La Flesche is his dictionary. That's it. I come across some slips, or they're like note cards that he did with Alice Fletcher, and it was all plants. So other than that, that's the extent of his works that we use. He has tons of words in his dictionary. I have not counted them. I don't know how many entries it is, but he has things that are not in the modern dictionary. Also, if you're doing comparative linguistic work between Osage and other Degiha-speaking people, you could see how close the languages are. I do gotta give like a word of caution is he uses a lot of like Omaha influence in his writing. So it's Osage, but if you don't realize that he's writing it to sound Omaha, you kind of miss that it's Osage. You'll say, oh, that's not even Osage, that's Omaha. So like instead of having writ Uchta, he has Uchta. So it is kind of great in that aspect because you kind of see the similarities between the two. Yeah. If I had the opportunity to talk to Francis La Flesche, I would wonder why he would pick the Osage and not his own people. I think he did do some work on the Omaha, but he did a tremendous amount of work on the Osage and their language and the society. So I'd kind of want to know, just out of curiosity.